So you find that when you coach that sometimes it boils down to meaning and purpose. Can you explain a bit more about what you mean by that?
Well, I think this has been happening for some time, but I think it's increasing. I mean, certainly when people have met their material needs and they're fairly successful in the corporate world, they're beginning to look for something else other than, a bigger car or a bigger house. And partly because the bigger car and the bigger house hasn't produced the amount of fulfillment and satisfaction in their life that they thought it might before they had it. So now they're beginning to look for other things, and where do they look? And what, of course, they need to do is begin to look inside themselves instead of out there, because real fulfillment is not out there in bigger cars and bigger boats and all that sort of thing. And unfortunately, that's the illusion of our society today, that having those things make you happy. Actually, if you look at the statistics, it isn't so at all. And the people who are richest and happiest are the people who look inside themselves. So who helps people to look inside themselves? Coaches. Because coaches do not come up with the answers, they ask the questions which cause people to look inside themselves. And so in a time of uncertainty that we have now, those questions come to the surface more. Partly because there are opportunities for change, and that might be because they've lost their job. I mean, there was an amazing story when the banking crisis first occurred that I read somewhere, I can't remember where it was a banker who lost his job very quickly, and when he had time at home, he was a keen gardener. And after he lost his job, he decided to become a full-time gardener. And in the sort of the story he told afterwards, I mean, he was blissfully happy, and he wondered why he hadn't been a gardener all his life. And I think there are a lot of people out there who are actually very dissatisfied, but they don't, in a sense, know what real satisfaction would look like. And we need to help them to find that in themselves.